What's up, guys? It's your boy Chief JXL, man. And if you guys are in New Zealand or you were smart enough to buy it from New Zealand servers, this video is probably useless because you already got the game. But if you like me are just playing from United States servers, this is a video about before Vanguard. We're just gonna talk about what could Vanguard do to be a successful game, my thoughts and my expectations. So yeah, I mean let's get it on. Obviously we know that. Let's talk about some facts here before we start the video. Number one, the game has 20 multiplayer maps. I think 34 weapons. I could be wrong. Please check me out on the comments. Zombies, a whole campaign, plenty of operators, and a brand new Warzone map inside Vanguard, so you don't have to download Modern Warfare like you had to do with Cold War. Clap it up for Sledgehammer for even doing that. I ain't gonna lie, you gotta give credit where credit is due. How did these guys make a game that no one asked for and was able to add 20 multiplayer maps? You want to know how big of a deal that is? Cold War had 8. But that's a huge improvement. So, that's pretty amazing for a launch of a new COD. I saw the world premiere yesterday. Now, of course, we all know that game crashed in front of everybody, in front of Little Tech. I mean, that was kind of embarrassing. But outside of that, I mean, the game looked like an huge improvement. The graphics look, I really can't tell. I gotta actually play this thing 4K PS5, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the game actually running, because you never know, these videos be looking pixelated, you really can't tell what the game looks like, especially games like Battlefield. You have to play it on your TV to actually experience what that game actually looks like. The videos don't give it justice. But what are my expectations of Vanguard? Well, basically, I expect the gameplay to be a mixture of Modern Warfare and Cold War. Now, I don't want people to just hate on Cold War and say Cold War was a trash COD. It's not a trash COD, it's a traditional COD. Let's be honest here. A lot of people who play Modern Warfare and liked Modern Warfare did not like the old COD style. But I feel like Cold War is much similar to the older COD style, where basically it's running gun, havoc, just a whole lot of fun, not really taking the game too seriously, not being really tactical. Modern Warfare is more of a tactical, strategized, camping experience, which I'm not really a huge fan of. So I was much more of a fan of, Cold War multiplayer. Even though there wasn't as much maps as Modern Warfare, and even though, the content was kind of dry, but I still had a lot of fun with Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So my expectations for Vanguard is just to not be too tactical and too campy, and to have a little bit of fun, but you can have a little bit of strategy. From what I played from the beta, it's really similar to Cold War's gunplay, which I really like, but with the Modern Warfare running mechanics. I'll probably get used to it, but I don't know, we'll see. Another thing that I expect Vanguard to do perfectly is matchmaking. Now, matchmaking in Cold War, I ain't gonna lie, was absolutely terrible. Sometimes you would load into a game which will actually work, which was fine, but sometimes you load into a match that's already ended. You literally join a match that already ended, or long load times, or all that stuff. So I'm sorry for the gameplay, a lot of text, my bad. I was just recording some stuff for beta, to show with my friends. I wasn't really showing this for YouTube. But like I was saying, guys, I just feel like, the matchmaking, I hope is much better in Vanguard. I'm hoping that when I join a match, I join the beginning of a match where everyone started, you know what I'm saying? I hope it's also quick as well. I'm expecting it to be a lot quicker. Now, some people theorize that a lot of people were matchmaking to different stuff, and all the problems were because of a low player count, which makes no sense, because the game sold, I think, 100 and 18 million units. Like, shut the hell up, bro. You can't tell me that a game that sold that much barely has players. Like, you can't tell me that nonsense, bro. COD always, servers are always up. I bet even Cold War will still be popping even when Vanguard comes out. So I think that's complete cap, but it could be true. It's just a rumor. But now Vanguard is a brand new COD. I expect it to have a lot of players on day one, especially for New Zealand people. So look, I hope the matchmaking is much better, and I also hope. I mean, I don't know how skill-based matchmaking works, but I don't want to actually be good in one match and then play with like FaZe Clan on the next. Like, I don't know what that is going on with that, but hopefully they get that settled up. Now this is now I don't know. This is just random stuff. But if you're on PS5 or even Series X, you'll probably understand what I'm about to say here. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on PS4, you probably want to skip this part. Or even these are just my preferences and stuff. I hope this game has haptic feedback and PS5 support. Now, of course, the game is coming on PS5, and I feel like Cold War had amazing PS5 support. I mean, the only problem with it was the activity cards, which they hopefully fix here. Like, you would try to, like get in a quick match, and when you tried, the game would connect to Activision servers, and it just puts you in a menu, which basically is just starting up the game from fresh. So hopefully they fix that. So when I press Team Deathmatch, it will take me to Team Deathmatch. By the way, I farted, excuse me. Second, I hope that the game has haptic feedback and adaptive triggers. Both betas didn't have it, which was very disappointing, but I know I'm gonna give that excuse. But this is the final game. I hope they added it, and it would make no sense for them to not add it because Cold War had amazing adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. I praise the game for having these things to be able to feel the rocks, the pressure on the triggers. Now, some people who play on like older gen or have not been used to this type of gameplay usually get scared to break the triggers and stuff, but it's optional. Gaming's a selfish hobby. You can turn this thing on or off. I hope they understand that the players that actually want this on, they actually add it, because for me, I can't live without adaptive triggers, bro. Like, if your game don't have it, like, it's just the game is not fun to me. Like, I don't know what it is, but I need that adaptive triggers. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I mean, pretty much, I really don't need that much for me to be satisfied with. I'm honestly, I mean, I know that I told everybody that I wasn't gonna get Vanguard and that Vanguard is trash, and I still hold out to that because really the game hasn't released to the general public. I mean, of course, COD players will say, "Oh my God, it's such an amazing game," but I actually want to see from an actual player's point of view if the game is actually good. Now, overall, hopefully the game is good. I mean, I really don't need that much, like I said, to be entertained. As long as they have the basics from Cold War and they have the advancements from Modern Warfare, then overall, I think this will be a pretty decent COD. I think it's just the World War II setting for me that just doesn't make me too excited. Anyways, this is the video before Vanguard. I'll see you guys in 2 hours. Well, probably not. I don't know. Bye.